Do you ever wonder if it's better to self-publish your book, or is going the traditional route better? My name's Tycho, award-winning author and self-publishing consultant with a master's in publishing, and let's talk about the best way to publish your book. This is a really big question, and I'm very excited to talk to you all about it. Today, we are diving into a topic that's very near and dear to my heart. Is it self-publishing or is it traditional publishing? Let's start by defining the two paths. Traditional publishing involves partnering with established publishing houses, whether big or small, like a lot of the books on the bookshelf behind me. They handle editing, design, marketing, and distribution. Self-publishing means you do or outsource all of these tasks yourself, much like I did with my books. These tasks, doing it this way, allows you to maintain complete creative control and often results in a higher share of profits. Before we get too deep into this, do you need help self-publishing your book and you don't know where to start? I offer free 45-minute phone or Discord consultations. We can chat, talk about your project, and discuss how I might be able to help you get your book baby out into the world. So reach out to me on my website by following the link in the description below if you like. And for now, let's talk about how I got my books out there. It is an avenue that is becoming more and more popular, and that avenue is self-publishing. Control, speed, royalties, these are all reasons why I chose to self-publish. Self-publishing has allowed me to publish all 9 of my books on my own terms, managing every aspect from cover design to marketing strategies. Let's talk about control for a second. In self-publishing, every decision from the book cover to the final edit is yours. You aren't confined by a publisher's timeline or creative direction. This was crucial for me, especially I'm an illustrator as well, so I wanted my books to look exactly how I wanted them to look. On top of that, with genre-bending books like my newest book, King of Dust, which is a vampire-lit RPG fantasy inspired by Dungeons & Dragons, it's a mouthful and very likely wouldn't have gotten picked up by a traditional publisher. Why? Traditional publishers are looking for what can sell well in the market right now. They don't care how good your story is, they just care about whether or not they can turn a profit. It may seem cold, but that's the nature of the business. Very few authors in traditional publishing are allowed to publish what they like simply because they love it. Many release books in certain marketing categories simply because it makes them and their publishing houses money. It's not to say that they don't love what they write or aren't good at it, but the publisher's motive will always be money first. This pursuit of profit over passion means that many innovative or niche genres, like lit RPG for example, which is relatively new, often get overlooked. For me, maintaining the integrity and the unique blend of elements in King of Dust was non-negotiable. As a minority author, the last thing I wanted was for my LGBT characters to be forced out of the book, or for my overall vision to be changed. By self-publishing, I ensured that every element from the complex character arcs to intricate world building remained untouched by external commercial pressures. This freedom has not only allowed me to remain true to my vision, but also connect with readers who seek fresh and unconventional narratives that aren't focused on the mainstream market. And honestly, there are a lot more readers out there that are like that than you think. This kind of creative liberty is priceless to me in a world where the market trends often stifle unique storytelling. Speed is undoubtedly a significant factor when deciding between self-publishing and traditional publishing. In traditional publishing, the timeline from manuscript acceptance to finally seeing your book on shelves can span anywhere from 2 to 5 years. This lengthy process often includes extended periods of waiting for agent feedback, editorial reviews, and publisher approvals, which can be increasingly time-consuming and sometimes disheartening if you're just really excited to see your work out there. In contrast, self-publishing offers a much faster route from final draft to available book. As soon as you're satisfied with your manuscript, you can move it on forward with the formatting, the cover design, and publication right after, often getting your book to market in a matter of months. For example, once I completed King of Dust, I was able to have it edited, designed, and ready for my readers within a few months rather than waiting years for the traditional publishing processes. Now, does this mean that some self-published books are rushed to the finish line? Absolutely. I have seen plenty of books that are unreadable, ugly, or both. But that is why we are here, right? To learn and make sure that that does not happen to your book. And that's what this is all about, making sure you're in control. Self-publishing offers unparalleled flexibility with your timelines. If life gets in the way, or if you decide to take extra time to refine your manuscript, you're free to do so without pressure from an external editor or a publisher. You can work at your own pace, revising and perfecting your novel until it fully meets your vision. This autonomy is particularly valuable for those who may need flexibility due to personal commitments or creative workflow preferences. Honestly, the world is your oyster here, and that's really what it should be about. It should be about you being able to make your work in a way that is comfortable. In self-publishing, you're not bound by your publisher's calendar or priorities. Your book's release is entirely under your control. This means no more aligning with a publisher's overloaded release schedule or getting bumped because a more prominent author's work is set to launch. Your publication timeline is yours to command, offering a significant advantage for authors eager to see their work in the hands of readers without the wait. Now, let's talk money. Royalties in traditional publishing are typically much lower compared to self-publishing. Self-published authors can earn up to 70% royalties from sales on platforms like Amazon, compared to 10 to 15% through traditional channels. Currently, I'm published in an anthology and went the traditional route, and I can say that my royalties from that deal are actually less than 10%. I published in that anthology as an experiment to see if I liked the traditional publishing scene, and honestly, it wasn't worth it. The publisher doesn't do a lot, if anything at all, to help market my book, so the pennies I make aren't worth losing the rights over my work. However, self-publishing, of course, isn't without its challenges. It requires upfront investment in areas like editing, design, and marketing, skills that not every writer has from the get-go. Certain things, in my belief, you have to outsource, like editing. You cannot edit your own work, so you're going to have to budget for that. Knowing what your budget is can be one of the best things you can do for yourself as a self-published author. Once you formulate a plan, you'll be unstoppable. And if you still need help, there's a huge community out there to support you. It's where people like me come in as a self-publishing consultant, helping you navigate these waters. Also, if you're a fan of just indie books and indie authors in general, vampires, fantasy, Dungeons and Dragons, you might be interested in my upcoming book, King of Dust. That way you can read it and I can prove to you that I'm not crazy. I know what I'm talking about. But this book comes out on October 31st of this year. It's my spooky Halloween release. I currently have a 15% off coupon available for the pre-order on my Ko-fi, or you can grab an ebook copy on Amazon. Check it out if you're into stories that blend lore with thrilling adventure and, of course, rolls of the dice. The links to those are also in the description below. And I'm very glad that I did this. I'm glad that I self-published this rather than going through a traditional publisher, because choosing between self-publishing and traditional publishing is hard. It depends on your goals, your resources, how much control you want over the publishing process. Again, if you feel a little lost and you need somebody to bounce ideas off of, consider booking a self-publishing consultation with me, no strings attached. I just look forward to hearing about you and your work, and maybe we can figure out what works best for you. Be sure to reach out to me on my website to learn how I can help you bring your book to print. Good luck, and leave any comments you have about self-publishing in the comment section below. Ask me questions. We're here to help each other. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated with all of my content. Until next time, keep reading, keep writing, and keep dreaming. Bye.